Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we are actually doing a brand new account, so brand new free to play. So this is actually going to be pretty boring for quite a while, just for the fact that free to play is going to take a little bit of time, a lot longer than normal account. So you got to go through all of this auto part at the beginning, can't do anything quicker. But a lot of people have said, focusing on a free-to-play account, which I never have done on any of my accounts. So go through all the basic tutorial. What's going on, Xavier? We're trying some free-to-play here, which would be interesting. So if you got any questions, I know a lot of this is going to be kind of redundant, boring at the beginning. But like I said, I've never had a free-to-play account, so we can't turn on the 2x speed till 2-16 or VIP 2, which all the VIP level, like I said, free-to-play is going to be in time. What's going on, guys? It's going good. Complete stage 1-3. We get Ira. Look at that. And I decided to make the free-to-play on the test server just because on my computer it's a lot easier to actually stream from. So what do you guys got going on today? How do I get unstuck? Well, where are you at? I mean, the biggest thing with the accounts, like when I get stuck, is pushing either arena or pushing the tower. Are the two biggest points from getting unstuck. Making sure you're staying, what's going on, Pumpkin? To really the basics, making sure that you're buying the things you need, getting everyone leveled up, making sure their gear is enhanced, a lot of stuff. And some of it just comes down to, which support would you go with? Cecilia team. Honestly, with her being a light bearer, I would probably go with the classic, the Rowan combination. So running with Rowan and possible Rosaline. Thing is, Rosaline can't really follow her. She stays more backline because if Rosaline actually goes running across, you'll see she actually just gets destroyed running across. So we'll go ahead and we'll level up anyone who we can here. Man, it's been a while since I had a free-to-play account or an actual new account. But out of XP here. Yeah, this one's going to be 100% free-to-play. So as long as the first-time purchase little icon stays right there. Username. Right now, it doesn't have a username. It's new player. So I'm not sure if that's free-to-play with worst rated hero. Nice. Yeah, I could go for a team of absolutely horrible heroes. So we'll run Rain in the composition. We'll run, we'll go with no tanks here. Who else is really, really bad? Because free-to-play is pretty hard just for the fact everything takes incredibly longer. The game's, dedicated to pay to win. So take down Ira there. Which Ulrich, he'll be gone pretty soon. What's going on, Sheen Evil? We started a free-to-play account, if you didn't join us at the beginning. So this is going to be completely free to play. Yeah, I mean, I have my main account that I do spend money on. But most of what I spend is just on the subcards. I don't really buy very much outside of the subcards. Usually during an event like now, I buy the 99-cent cards. Why not use heroes you normally wouldn't, like Gorvo? We'll see who we get here. It'll be interesting to see who we get. Let's go ahead and we'll level up some of these guys here. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've done the free to play. So where everyone loved Hogan at the beginning, which is funny. Use common heroes. I don't know how far. Faction accounts are not free to play. The only thing I have is the sub card, the subscription card. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, that's the only thing that I use is the sub card, just because it's the only way that progression is going to get a little bit faster. I know right now this is going to be really slow. And there's the free to play indicator, the first purchase gift. As long as you don't buy anything, that will stay there, actually the entire game. I know. I'm just doing this a little bit kind of unannounced, just to start the account. I'll be 175. Yeah, the T2 gear is pretty strong. Even going from the regular gear to the tier 1 is very, very strong. It upgrades a ton of stats. So focusing on, of course, the first item you always want to focus on is the boots. What's going on, Sam? And hello, Jakuma. The boots, for the reason they have haste. That's kind of the biggest one, followed by the weapon. A lot of people focus on the weapon first, but the boots will make the biggest difference. I'm starting a free-to-play account. Yep. Make a video that full-out Brutus, no gear. Yeah, we'll do a couple different things on here. I got a couple ideas. The mythic gear. If you guys watched the latest video, so a lot of people have speculated that with the mythic gear, you have to wait a certain amount of time to get the mythic gear, which before, I believe it was always 3 days. I believe 3 days was the time to wait for the free to play, or for the mythic gear. What I've noticed though is right now on my account, so all 5 accounts, so the 4 faction accounts and the 4 faction accounts in my main account. So once the server reset, I beat 1 level, collected my AFK rewards, and every time I've pulled mythic gear. So I did it 5 times the first day, and I did it 5 times the second day. So far on my main account, I've done it every day for 4 days. So in total, I mean, it's probably been around 15 times that I've pulled the mythic gear. So literally after the server reset, defeating 1 stage, then collecting the loot. It's been almost 15 times that I've gotten loot every single time. Right after I've completed a stage. Do you have to be a particular level before the mythic gear? You have to be able to get mythic gear and AFK rewards, which I think is around chapter 17. Might be a little bit further, but let's see who our first summon is here, which hopefully, let's see who we get. It is Sophia. Very nice. By far, probably the best mauler. She brings a lot to the team, not only with static field. Scatterbolt does a stun, and later on it actually breaks off. Falling Sun is an awesome ability, and so is the Spectral Disruption, which is very, very cool. So, what is server reset? Server reset is the time when the server actually resets. So if you look here, quests refresh in 6 hours and 30 minutes. So 7 p.m. here is the server reset. So actually when your dailies reset is when kind of the server resets, depending what you want to call it, but that's kind of where the server resets. So go ahead and we'll click up. She's okay. It's really good at the beginning to get DPS, which look, VIP 1, guys. Finally got there. She's pretty good at the start. Anyone that you're going to get that brings a lot of DPS, because as soon as I can get a tank to actually stand in front of her, yeah, so Sophia's the best mauler by far. Brutus drops off a lot. Most of the maulers do drop off a lot, but she does damage regardless. She has a stun. She brings, I'm Eastern time here in Michigan. What's going on, Dota? We're starting a free-to-play account, as you can see up there. Yeah, Sophia's a pretty good pull. Even now is, we'll save that a little bit till we're almost done for the fast rewards. Don't you have to be a high chapter for better rates on Mythic gear? No, as far as I know, the rates are the same. I'm not sure if Sheena's still in here. The AFK rates are the same regardless of the level. Once you can get AFK reward drops, it's the same. There's no difference between it. Oh yeah, that code. That's so funny. When I use it on my faction accounts, when we did the Wukong event, most of my accounts I didn't have it on. And I like Sophia as well. Coins, how about coins? Coin, like here, the actual gold coins is based on AFK rewards. So here I get 101 coins a minute. I get 28 experience or hero experience and then 24 experience a minute. So I have my 3-minute timer there. So it just takes time. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, let me do that. You should check on the left side, the achievements. Yeah, I know there's a couple. There's like the daily and the weeklies and stuff. So I'm just pushing a little bit until we get kind of stuck somewhere. What's going on? New era? Oh, nothing. It's a free-to-play account. So everybody is saying they wanted me to go ahead and do a free-to-play account. So here is our free-to-play account. So look, Falks is here giving us good information if we want to use him, but we'll continue the campaign. I managed to get to chapter 13. Kazar, Pharrell, Rowan. Yeah, Sheen, that's an awesome team. Arthur, I'm building, I believe, his signature items at 25, and I need 5, or just his item, just his weapon, which I still haven't seen yet. Yeah, the twins are crucial. When you look at the twins, similar to Rowan, you use them for everything. I mean, just about everything. Let me do MISEVJ66YI. And look at that, 5 free scrolls, another free summon, and a whole bunch of gems. So we'll continue pushing the campaign. Is there someone else talking in the background? I'm not sure if there's something going on with the mic. Does it sound funny to everybody? Because let me see. Well, welcome, Xavier. I'm not sure if there's... How about now? Let me know. Let me see. Is it working now? Yeah, let me know. Let me know if it's working. because I got a slight delay. Can you guys hear anything? Good? Okay. Yeah, it's weird. I have this new Blue Nano mic, and it blinks when it's on and it blinks when it's off, but it's red when it's muted and it's green, but it doesn't stay muted. So even if I got to turn up the volume or anything, just let me know. I do have the volume. Okay, thank you. We'll go ahead and we'll level up some people here. We'll pull some stones. I think we might almost have enough for another summons, but just like most of the campaigns, I push in here as far as I can. And once you're kind of stuck in the campaign, I go to other places. Go to the tower. Go to the labyrinth. Go to a couple different places. Let me do summon. Who is able to let me do summons for them? Oh, I haven't done any summons for anyone. A lot of people have talked about that as well, is doing some summons. In Sophia, you can actually cheese her ult, as you can see right there. So getting the ult off there, Scatterbolt that stuns in her normal attack. Scatterbolt, which takes him down. Can we expect? Yeah, I'm not going to do, like I said, a majority of the time I will do everything that I do on the campaign, I'll do here and I'll do through live. Some of the stuff I do in the background just because it saves time. Not sure what noise is in the back. I have a computer and it's relatively quiet. Like I said, short of... if I have 100 event jab. Yeah, I think I'll be able to do a summon after this one. So hopefully, I wanted to get this account started though. We've been talking about it for a little while. I talked to Javid, I talked to Junaid and a couple other ones. Yeah, I'm hoping I get lucky with some of the summons, which would be nice. But we are gonna have to fill out, which now the King's Tower is open. So it gives us more stuff to do right now. Let's see, we have all kinds of stuff to do here. Assembly of Heroes, we got the boot camp. Not sure what this one is. Oh, the Assembly of Heroes, which it gives me 30 days. That's an old event, but I guess it's still here as a... Do you play Idle Hero? I used to play Idle Heroes. Got really, really burnt out with it. Share new or summon heroes on Facebook, which we can do. I actually have to get some friends for this account. Would be nice. So we'll collect our 500 gems there. Wukong we'll be able to get actually soon, so we can share. Heroes of Esperia 228 is going on right now. I haven't done anything with it, but I think this might give us enough for a summon. Oh, we're 20 shy. But I think we can collect some here. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've done the free-to-play accounts. It's like someone with a really crappy mic is talking. Not sure what's going on with it. But like I said, I can tweak it a little bit, but I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, I'll add some friends. I got to. But I am on the test server. So if you are on the test server, I can add a few people. But I'm not sure if... who's over on the test server. Let me see. Rogue. And sometimes it doesn't show up. And I'm not sure if you guys are on the test server or not. But let's go ahead and level some more up. Which we got enough to get her ability, which is very, very cool. I like the Scatterbolt. Such a cool ability. So we'll equip some gear here. Get all these guys leveled up and continue. I got about half an hour today. Then I actually have to do some shopping, but we almost got enough, which I was just thinking we can pull it out of here. Just because it's easier. If I go, because most of you know that I do most everything I do on my iPad. with most of the recording and everything. So actually going back and forth between accounts, there's a ton of back and forth between the accounts. So it actually just makes it easier to be on the test server because I already have the other accounts on the test server just to switch between them. Because here with BlueStacks, you have to actually log out of the test server, log into the test server. It's kind of a lot of back and forth that I can avoid if I'm just building the account here, which makes it easier. My test account is Eat Cheese. Nice name for a Eat Cheese. So if you guys, let me actually, I think I can name it. What should we name it? I'm thinking like, not sure how much we can put on here. Free to play. Furry Hippo free to play. Free to play. There we go. So now we know, well, now we know it's the Hippo account, so we know which one it is. So let's go ahead and we'll do some summons here, which we've got quite a few stones already. Nope, just this one and then the regular one on the test server. The other, all the faction accounts and my main account are all on my iPhone or iPad, either one, because those ones I can actually play remotely, where these ones I cannot play free to furry. I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea here. But thank you, Matt. Yeah, so a lot of the accounts, like I said, with this one, I actually have to be at home on my desktop computer to play. And that's kind of the big difference. Plus here I can actually stream. We tried the iPad streaming a couple times. It didn't work out very well at all. I don't know. Apple needs a better way to stream. Did you share for Wukong? Not yet. I haven't. I just actually noticed that you could share for Wukong. Yeah, I got to add a few friends here. So I'm thinking with the live stream, if anyone wants to add me here, let me know. We can actually hop in chat. And we'll have to pick up a guild, which I think I'm just going to jump into the same guild that I'm in with my other account, which is, oh, can't go to a guild yet. That's okay. But yeah, we'll get a free copy of Wukong. Wukong is very good. Most people use him for PvP. That's really the big thing with him, is the PvP aspect. So let's go to the tavern though, and we will fill up our wish list. So looking in here, we do not want Thane. We want Celia. Tips on the Elder Tree. Currently running a light team with Shamira. You can also summon 10. Yeah, guaranteed elite. Yeah, a lot of the Elder Tree is focusing on the Ranger Tree and the Sport Tree. If you look at anyone even further game, most of them do the Sport Tree for a majority of it. So here in the Light Bearers, I do want to get Celia. Rose is always a must. Rowan, of course, is a must. And Blind and Lucius. Lucius is probably by far the best tank in the game. Maulers, Screg, if you've seen my Mauler team, just absolutely dominates. Nemitsu's good, but knowing that we're going to go through all of the factions, I would actually drop him out. Antandra is not very good at all, but I would put in Skarath and Verk. Put Rowan in the wish list. Cecilia Rigsby. Yeah, Rigby, I'm not a big fan of. He's one that I've tried to use a couple times. Haven't had any luck with him. Haven't had anything really good with him. Wilder Heroes here, which I do like her, which we could go Gorvo, Almas. Tassie's a must. Nemora's a must. Leica's a must. Just because when you look at the Wilder Tower, this combination, if you've looked at the Nemora Tassie shells or the Iran Leica shells, super, super solid setup. Get the monkey dude. Yeah, I'll get the monkey dude. As soon as I do some summons, I should be able to share them to Facebook, which I don't have Facebook on here, but I think it'll still work. Which Gorvo, which I think, again, we'll go with Soulless at this point. And then Graveborn, of course, we need take him out, which we can buy. Might go Chimera, depending if we pull copies, but Pharrell and Nara are definitely a must. Yeah, Iran, definitely. I love Iran. He is so powerful. So when you look even here, Light Bears, top heroes. Rowan, we have Belinda, and we have Lucius are probably the top Light Bear heroes. Here, Verk is super powerful. Sophia, super powerful. Probably the best Mauler hero. Scrag, again, super powerful. Wilder heroes, Iran, Namora, and Tassie are both very, very powerful heroes. And then Graveborn, Pharrell, and Nara are the two you're primarily going to focus on. They're very, very powerful heroes. Isabel does a ton of burst damage. Chimera is a carry, just like Brutus is a carry, up until you hit about chapter 20. So with all that said, we'll go ahead and we'll do our first summon. So let's see who we get for an elite. And Monkey Elite at 12 stage. Iran or Leica should... Iran. Always Iran, just for the fact that if you have Leica, which here we get Nara. Nara is pretty good. She is a hero. Her ultimate ability, the Impale ability, if you've seen me use her in the campaign, just absolutely destroys. She is one of the only counters for the Tassie and the Sylvana. She'll actually bring them right back, which will do Facebook share. It doesn't let me use the Facebook, but I believe it still gives me credit for it, which is good. So we got a couple friends here. Let's see. So Venom, and there's Eat Cheese. Welcome, you guys. Can you please answer? Is Fallen King good? What about Taylene? Fallen King is good. When you look at all of the heroes there are a couple that are better. That are better than the Fallen King, than Thorin. Did you reach level 300 on your main account? Yes, I just did. I believe I'm just at 300 right now. Yep, Thorin is good. But like I said, when you look at all of the tanks, they're a lot of them have a lot of pros and cons, where I would use, a Lucius over Lucius over Thorin. Can you show health bars? Yeah. Where do I turn that on, actually? I know it's got to be probably in advanced settings, maybe. Health bars, they're there. Yeah, I got one share. I just did one share. So let me see. Yep, just add me. Furry Hippo, free to play. Isolde, I like Isolde. I just got him to Ascended on my main account, if you guys seen. So we'll go ahead and collect up all of this, and we'll go ahead and... He seems pretty cool, and I do like him, but I just always had the problem of him dying. That's always kind of been the problem. So reset, so we got our heroes there. We'll go ahead and we will get up Nara. We'll equip some gear on her, and we'll go ahead and level her up as far as we can. Thank you, Boca. Just here, the code. So we're out of gold again, but that's okay. So I hear the kids running around outside. So we should be able to push in the campaign quite a bit more, because now we have Nara in the mix. And putting Nara in front of Sophia. Really share one and it'll count. Oh, I can just keep clicking it, Miguel. I have two accounts, main account with Mythic Belinda and a second account with Mythic Chimera. Yeah, they're both good, but like I said, Chimera is a carry usually till about level 20 or chapter 20. Once you get later into the game, she's not quite the carry that she used to be. And essentially, there was a point where I changed over and dropped out Chimera and added in Belinda. Are you adding your viewers? Yeah, anyone that wants to add. I think I got some more. Yeah, sometimes on here it doesn't show up, and I don't know why. Sometimes I get the request, sometimes I don't. But remember, I'm on the test server. So if you're not on the test server, you're not going to be able to add it, because that's where I'm playing right now. Save a space for me? Sure, I'll save a space for you. I can't find the account to add. I think that's as far as they are now. Test server, I believe this is server 24, but I believe Lilith is all the way to 570, if not 570 plus. So my main account is on 89. So if they're on server 507 now, I mean 89 was a little while ago, just to say the least. Yeah, Shamir is good. Shamir is good for Labyrinth. She's one of the heroes that can actually carry. She's really good, and of course the Dark Namor event. I mean that's kind of the other one she just absolutely dominates, is the Dark Namor event, because she's one of the only heroes that has the AoE ability. Belinda does have a good AoE ability, but it's limited to where Shamir will hit everybody. The test server, actually, you can see stuff before it comes out to the live server. This is where we actually come over here to essentially test what's new. Like on this server, Mizoth is already alive and up. Javid, there's Javid. What's going on? So I made my test server free-to-play account. So just playing a little bit, getting the test server going. As you can see, it's we're almost to 2-16. So I think if I level up, I can finish 2-16 now. I'm gonna create a viewer guild. I might. It would have to be probably on the main accounts, because that's where most people play. What's going on, Caleb? Can you explain level 30 signature Belinda, if it's worth it? Yeah, Belinda has one of the best SI30 items, just because it adds energy to her. Anything that adds energy makes a big difference. So she's able to actually gain energy faster than other heroes, because any of her skills actually add energy. So as she's doing her skills, I believe it's 40 energy that they do. Yeah, Javid, I got the new computer. Wasn't going to live stream today. Had an opportunity for a little bit while my son takes a nap. So when he gets up, I got to go shopping. Free to play. No, I have enough accounts. This one is staying 100% free to play. So we'll see. We'll do it Javid's way. Could not find designated friend. Yep. And if you're not on the test server, you will not see it. That's the big thing, is on the test server, you have to be on the test server, or you will not be able to see it. So we'll go through and we'll just level up anyone that we can here. And again, we're out of gold. I'm just hoping we can get enough to beat 2-16, which we're on 2-15 now. Is Rowan any good? Join Band of Brothers. Yeah, Rowan is probably one of the best heroes in the game. Rowan is one of the heroes you use for essentially everything. I mean, when you look at events, Rowan's in there. When you look at guild bosses, Rowan is in there. Most campaign stages, you have Rowan. Most of the tower, you use Rowan. Yeah, he's such a powerful hero just because of his utility. Not only does he do a heal, he does a energy regen with his potion. He does energy regen with his ultimate ability. He has a stun. It's a hero they added that just has a super high utility. Is Falk's defense buff worth it currently, keeping at SI10? It is good. Falk's is a hero, especially with the confined ability, that does really well. With that being said, though, they do have to be over, I believe, 60% energy, so auto usually doesn't work. I use them sometimes in campaign and make sure that I take auto off, so all my heroes have higher energy. That way, when I'm using it, I know their energy is already full. When Morello was Ascended hero, was a nice hero. Yeah, there's a couple. Have you considered making a tier list for every faction? Yeah, I did a little bit. A while back, I did the tanks. I did the support classes. DPS is hard because you kind of have to break it into more of the factions more than anything. just because there's so much damage. I mean, there's so much DPS. Look at that. We're adding more friends here. I'm sure Javid will be here in a minute. Decided to max out a signature item. First choice is Rowan. Yes. Yep. Rowan is one of the best. If you look, by far, short of course, the Celestial heroes, but most of the time they're so far down the road. Rowan, for a hero that you can actually get through the wish list, is probably the best signature item. Just because what happens essentially when your energy hits 600, you can drink his potion and it'll finish off the last 400, which makes your hero cast the ultimate. Yeah, and anything, especially if you're coupling Rowan with, which I believe now I can speed it up. Oh, look at that. If you're putting Rowan with the twins, if you've seen that guide that I put out, Rowan and the twins are just crazy because they can increase the cycling rate of your heroes, which just makes a huge difference. Yeah, I like the free to play. I know we were waiting for it, Javid. And here, with it being free to play, is you just have to make sure you utilize everything that you can. Where, using your resources a lot more wisely, it's easy with a pay-to-win account or an account you actually spend money on. Because if you need something, you can spend a couple bucks, and that's it. Should I send Nomura or Iran? I would do Iran. Iran's really good. Nomura's good as well. But the thing is, Iran has to live. If you have Iran and Iran dies, that's it. I mean, at that point, when Iran goes down, you lose all of his CC ability when he goes down. So he has to live. I know Nomura does have the 3 heals. And here's our library, which we'll go ahead and we'll mess with all this just in a little bit. Like I said, that's some of the stuff I do kind of behind the scenes, just like, doing the shopping, doing the barracks, Labyrinth Straw, all that stuff. I do just a lot of it behind the scenes because it takes a lot of time. And in my opinion, it's kind of boring. I don't think I'm going to have enough to do. I want to try to create a full union so I can do the Facebook share. Oh, none of my friends have Brutus. Look at that. Worth buying Iran over Athalia. Nope. Athalia. Athalia is by far, she's a hero that takes longer to get, but when you have her, you'll actually use her the whole entire game. Oh, see, the Facebook share thing disappeared. Miguel said I could use it over and over and over, and it disappeared as soon as I used it. But I believe that gives us enough for this little Monkey King here, which is very cool. We'll Facebook share again. Oh, I think this one is the one he meant with the heroes. Yeah, I'll put him in. Monkey King is pretty good. So boot camp, I think. Yep, share the heroes. Yeah, so it did work. No, it didn't. Well, it didn't share that many times, but. So we'll go ahead and we'll look at our heroes here again. We'll drop out, I'm thinking, Hogan at this point. So we'll reset Hogan. Sorry, Hogan. I know you guys really, really love Hogan, but we'll stick with the Monkey King. 2547. Got stuck there with my main account. What team are you using? Yeah, Iran's a lot faster, but the big thing is with Iran is not only can you buy him, is you can get him from the wish list. Which, I mean, that's kind of the big thing, is heroes you can buy. Eventually, in time, you're going to get them. I mean, it's kind of a given. You're going to get the heroes in time. But Athalia, you can use actually the entire game just because her utility is so high, especially being able to target one specific hero, just like Nara. Nara and Athalia are just so powerful when it comes to the one hero that always causes problems. Which, let me see. This is the guild that I joined with Javid, which is here. Yep. And if you look, my other account is actually right there, Insomnia. So my other account's in here as well. So we'll join in here. Welcome to the guild grounds. We got to place our little house. And I'm hoping they do a lot more with the guilds. Create a guild. In the future, I might create a guild. Right now, it's easy to hop in there because my other accounts, which I can actually add my other account, might make it easy. Just that way I can borrow some friends. And a lot of people don't use it. I know a lot of people overlook borrowing the heroes from your friends in the friends list, which I don't have it here yet, but borrowing the mercenaries. What's going on from Croatia? What is the server you play? 507, right? Nope, I play on 89. Server 89 is the one that I've been playing on. That's my main account. And then I believe the faction accounts are 198 to 202. And then this one, because it is test server, is 25. So it's on 25. No problem. You use Tassie way more than Nomura. Yeah, Tassie is very, very powerful, especially fighting her. She is one of the heroes I absolutely hate to fight because she is pretty tough. 8 copies of Entendre, 5 copies of Sophia. I'll require food. Wait for Sophia. If you've seen my Mauler videos, Entendre, she's good, but as far as I've never been able to get her to actually survive, which is kind of crazy. I've even had the same problem with Satandra. I can't get her to live. She just absolutely gets annihilated right towards the beginning, and that's it. She's completely just decimated. I know. And we've talked about it a lot. They need guild events. And even the Champions of Espria, which is coming out soon, it's a PvP event. There's not really much to it. And it's pay to win. So if you have the better heroes, it's PvP. She's okay. I mean, I have a lot of people on board that have her 5 stars, that have her signature item max out SI 30, and she is still not very good, which is just crazy. But then I also look in the, kind of the larger scale of things is when you look at heroes, putting in a hero like Entendre, you only get a choice of 5 heroes. So, you only get so many heroes. And looking at your lineup, there's a lot of other choices that I would use before her that have a lot more utility, even bring a lot more to the team than she does. Leica or Belinda? I would go Belinda. On my main account, I don't use really many Wilders or any Wilders. There's Javid. What's going on, Javid? So 2-26. I knew the first day with this, I knew it would be really, really boring. Belinda is, she's really good. But then again, looking at both of them is Leica has a lot of uses, just like a lot of heroes through the faction tower. There'll be points where, honestly, to push progression quite a bit, you're probably going to need about 10, I'd say 10 to 15 heroes, because depending on the comp you're fighting makes a big difference. Like Sylvana here, I always use Nara because it keeps her from going anywhere else and actually going around killing Sophia, killing a lot of the other heroes. And again, you can kind of cheese Sophia there just like I did. Yeah, and that's the big thing. They're both really good. Out of the two, I would go with Belinda, but you're going to use both of them eventually. It's only a matter of time. So let's see. We'll see if we can level anyone up. And here it looks like it's just going to be a gold shortage, but always focusing on hero essence, trying to get them up as much as possible, which we're actually starting to get a little bit of gear here, so making a little bit of movement. And look who it is, Soren. Yeah, I think we can defeat him. We're probably pretty close. Oh, look, Nara finishes him off. Very, very cool. In my opinion, she's S tier. She often outdamaged my 5-star Chimera. Well, Samuel, looking at that though, is Chimera is a hero that drops off. Like I said, around chapter 20, she drops off where a lot of heroes are replaced. We're replacing Chimera. Which the arena and the Heroes of Esperia is going on right now, so I believe I'll have access to that too, but we'll worry about this a little bit later. Still trying to push through the campaign. Welcome back, Chris. Front Wukong, is he okay? He's with Lucius. Yeah, depending on your lineup, Wukong is good. He's really, really exceptional in PvP. Just because of the fact when he uses alt, they have to kill the alts. So again, it's summons just like Baden and Grisauld. And he does the haste debuff. That's really the big thing, is when he does the haste debuff, it makes a huge difference in PvP. Just like Leica has a, makes a huge difference with her haste buff. His ability to actually nerf the haste with his ability, it's I believe the bludgeon. I don't think I have it unlocked yet for him. But his ultimate to break into 3 heroes, as you can see there, he can tank the entire front line as multiple heroes. For a faction account, better to focus on using fodder to upgrade the carry or upgrade the rest of the team. I focused on DPS first. DPS first for the faction accounts was really the big thing. Because that's going to be the carry. There's a point where when you start hitting probably around chapter 16 plus, your tanks have to survive. So I did 1 main DPS. So I did Belinda, I did Sophia. I did the main DPS first and then focus on the tanks. And then once you have the solid tanks, so as long as Sophia can live, the rest of it's pretty easy. Just if your DPS goes down, you're done. Yeah, Chimera's good, like I said, in her own right. But depending where you're at with your progression and where you're at in the campaign. So we finished, I believe we get, a copy of Arden here. But we did get more gold, which is what we need to continue to level up some of these guys. Which she wasn't even wearing gear and she was still doing a ton of damage. We'll equip these guys, which we're getting better gear here. Yeah, Rowan's overpowered. I would definitely go Rowan. There's a lot of battles where I do use Rowan, and I don't use Rose. The redemption code. Yep. I already used the redemption code. That's what I started it with, was the redemption code. But I think here we got all those assembly heroes. Look, we already got 3 elite heroes. We are getting there, guys. Little by little. So we'll continue pushing the campaign. And this is kind of what I focus on, is pushing the campaign until I get to a point where I do 1 or 2 losses. And then I'll switch to the faction tower. We'll do everything on that side. That game, I think Mahira is probably the most overpowered hero. Yeah, a lot of the heroes, especially Samuel, when you put Mahira with the twins and with Rowan, you can actually cast almost fast enough that the heroes are charmed almost the entire campaign. Just like swapping out Mahira, you can do the same with Aziz, is he can actually cast his lockout ability, so he's cycling through his abilities at a rate that almost the enemy team can almost not cast ultimate abilities, just because you're going through the cycling rate so fast. Yeah, Tayleen's a game changer. Tayleen is the only hero that really can stand completely by herself. And I know I'm a little bit behind, but I have to finish some of my shell guides. I have a couple more. I have a Tayleen one, and a couple others that I just need time. And I did do a light bearer push last night, so haven't went through and edited any of that yet. But tonight I'll edit that and put it up. And the light bearer team, it just their synergy just seems so overpowered. It's kind of crazy with how strong they are. What other DPS do you have besides Shamira? Belinda. Belinda for the light bearers is very, very powerful. Iran for the Wilder team. Pharrell is very good for the Graveborn team, as well as Isabella. And then Sophia for the Mauler team. Sophia does a ton of damage, and so does Verk. If you guys haven't seen my Mauler team, Verk does a ton of damage, especially if there's less than 5 heroes when he does his ult, because he'll actually stand there and cast on them without running up and down. He'll just absolutely just decimate the heroes. It's pretty crazy, especially if there's one. He just stands literally in one spot like a little race car and just shoots back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So there's quite a few DPS, and a couple that are good that we haven't really seen yet. Solus. Some of my guildies have tried her at 5 stars with her signature item, and they say she's doing out incredible damage, a ton of damage. Same with Cecilia, the new Lightbearer hero, that is doing a ton of damage as well. Yep, I'll add you in just a minute. If you look at Furry Hippo, you should be able to find me. That way, let me see. Because if you're over on the test server, just add Furry Hippo, free to play. Let me see if I can find you. See, I'm not sure if you're on the test server or not, but over on the test server, it's a little bit different. Not much freeze. Free to play account, just like everyone has kind of wanted. Working on the free to play account here. So like I said, 1 or 2 days a week, just like with the rest of the accounts, I want to do the live streams. So I'm actually going to set them up in advance. That way I can kind of schedule it so you guys know where and when the streams are going to be. My opinion, best combo, Khazard and Pharrell, signature item. The Ghost and Stun Pharrell. Yeah, Khazar is just absolutely devastating, but for most people, I think I've gotten 1 copy of him on 1 account. Even my main account, I haven't unlocked him yet with all the summons that I do on there. Yeah, he is just absolutely crazy. He's a hero that I don't really talk about very much because, like I said, I've never seen him short of the Labyrinth store or picking him up in the lab that I've used him. But yeah, Khazar is one of the crazy ones where if you can literally just freeze the entire screen, it just makes it crazy. Here we'll go ahead and enchant some of our gear, which I don't want to enchant too much. We'll just do it once. I'd rather do add some levels to these guys. Yeah, I know, Javid. And like I said, today I wasn't going to do anything, but my son is actually taking a nap right now, and he is sleeping, and then we got to go shopping. So I got a little bit of time here before we can go, but don't think we have anything else here. We'll go 1 more campaign. Yeah, Khazard, especially in the last Voyage event, just absolutely crazy. Yeah, and that's with most people, is most of the Hypogens or even the Celestials are so far out of the reach. Just because if you're not getting them from the Stargazer, you're usually not getting them. So if you're pulling them in the Stargazer, great. Which I've tried to... Oh, the bounty boards are open. I've tried to start getting Taline. Taline's what I focus on for a while now. With I don't think we have enough to even do these. Nope. Let's check the green ones we can do. Like I was saying, I've started to do all of my stargazing now just because I've got a couple heroes that are now to 5 stars. So a couple more. Spent 250 copies of Khazard. Yeah. Yeah, the guy in my guild that just got Selena, the new light bearer, was, I think he said 400k. I think he spent 400,000 diamonds. Yeah, he spent 400,000 diamonds to get her to 5 stars. I think all of these are going to be the two. Yep. So we got to wait till we get a couple more heroes there. Another scroll. I think we got a couple more. And then we'll go ahead and we will push a little bit. Let's see, we'll get Wukong up. I'm not sure if there's anything else. Because we'll push the Labyrinth. And I think I'm almost at about an hour now that we've been streaming. So it's been a little bit. But like I said, I love streaming. We'll go ahead and collect these too. That way we can get a little more gold. Hopefully add 1 or 2 more levels. Well, thank you, Hazim. Thanks for joining. Chapter 23, Shamira, Lucius, Fox, Rumblin. Yeah, that's a solid team comp. What you're going to find, though, is you're going to run out of, or with double DPS, you're actually going to have to add more CC in there eventually. Down the road, you'll need a little more CC. Then a little less damage. If you're running Shamira and Belinda together, you have double damage. It's just keeping them alive to get the ults off. Because usually with a little more support, you can increase the survivability of your team. Where running the double damage, it's a lot of times it's overkill. I wish the leap year deals were still, yeah, or the Black Friday deals or everything else. Now with free to play, you should have easy access to the bounty board and arena and Riz battles. Oh, I know that's been the biggest pain in the butt, is not being able to skip battles and having to manually fill the bounty board. So hopefully it's not. About how much money have you spent on your main account? Honestly, I'd probably say around $2,000 since I've started playing. Short of the monthly cards, which in total, so I got the $20 card. I have the $25 for the Regal reward, so $45 a month. And then just most of it, the dollar packs that I do for the campaigns or the events and stuff like that. But a lot of people global version of 7. Yeah, I seen that. I seen Vulcan was doing a couple videos on 7 Deadly Sins. I might have to try it out, but I don't know if I can get into another game right now. But it looked pretty cool. I'll give it a shot. Because I believe I can just bring it up on here. With BlueStacks, I'm sure. Yeah, Pharrell is just crazy with CC. It's very cool. And like I said, here is once you get stuck with a campaign, just go ahead and push as far as you can in the tower. Once you push kind of as far as you can in the tower, then you can always go back to the campaign and try to make a little progression there. Always cleaning the labyrinth, making sure you're doing all 3 floors of the labyrinth every day. And I do recommend hard mode because you do get all of the gems. Vulcan has started 7 Deadly Sin. Yeah. a lot of times it's just hard not only to get into the game, but once you start, figuring out the dynamics of the game, figuring out the mechanics of the game, there's a lot to it. And especially because I don't want to spend any more money with it. That's why I'm doing free to play. Good, Soda. How are you? I think we got a couple more minutes here. I'll go ahead and continue to push the tower, and then we'll push the campaign a little bit later. And it's funny because once it gets to a point, YouTube doesn't like the streaming anymore. Yeah, and that's what I think is a lot of time to learn, a lot of time to invest in it. Which AFK Arena, I like the idle games. Just like that, I believe it was Dragon Quest or Dragon something that I picked up for a couple days. But again, it was a huge time investment, which I believe it had chests that were available like every hour, every two hours. There was just a ton to the game and a ton to figure out, and a ton of money if you wanted to do well and actually progress fast in the game. So we are over the hour mark. Way too slow, too much focus on animations. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. Is the time investment with it, which may be in the future, but right now, like I said, that's a lot of time to invest into it. And here we're actually going to swap out Nara. Let's see how that does. Which if you got heroes, you can... Oh, that's right. Nara doesn't have the impale ability. All right. Have fun, 1-2. Yeah, like I said, once or twice a week, I want to try to live stream this account because it is going to be completely free to play to see kind of our progression, see where we're at. I do a lot of things behind the scenes, like running the King's Tower, running the arena, running the Arcane Labyrinth, equipping gear, leveling up heroes, just a lot of the remedial stuff you really got to do, just kind of behind the scenes though. And he is another hero that just absolutely devastates Savius, especially early game. But look at Wukong. Wukong is doing awesome. Even though we're on floor 17, we still got a while to go. Yeah, usually when I hit about an hour of streaming, YouTube gives me an error, and an error just popped up that said YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. So I'm not sure if it's going to kick me out or if it's going to, what it's going to do. Get Shamira in this. Yeah, as soon as I get Shamira, I'll use her. So hopefully pretty soon. We'll get her up pretty soon. And I know she's a really solid carry. So we'll get her up soon. But look at Wukong when he goes into his 3 forms, as he literally holds the entire front line and everyone in the front line, which is just so powerful. And of course, Veden with the bat form. But Wukong is a pretty cool hero. And it is beautiful here today. Not sure how the weather is in your area. Today it is actually 60 or 62 degrees, which not even a week ago it was like 20. So it's kind of crazy outside right now that it's as warm as it is. But that cleans out floor 20. So now we have a ton of money now, so we can actually add a couple more levels here, which I think will continue to build up Wukong. And right now progression is pretty quick because we can add a lot of things and a lot of people. We do have a couple more events, a little bit more gold, and we did our dailies for today, which is good. Companion points, just need a couple more companions, and we will continue the push. Do some Heroes of Espria a little bit later. Is it still working out there? Can you guys still hear me? Okay, see you later, Javid. So at this point, it's already been an hour. So thank you for joining the live stream. I think as you progress, you won't beat those comps. Remain enemy artifacts. My idea of artifacts lower. Arthur for chapter 25. He's good. I mean, Arthur's very, very solid. A lot of people don't use him, but he is a super solid hero, especially if you build him out with his gear and his signature item. Shamira is viable. I wouldn't go above probably signature item level 20. Once you start getting into the red emblems, unless you're really pay to win or endgame, I wouldn't get her any further in there. So just my own personal recommendation. Bye, question mark. Thanks, Javid. All right, so like I said, we're at an hour, so we're going to go ahead and finish this one, and then we will call it for the live stream for today. I want to try once or twice a week, like I said, live streaming, so I'll go ahead and schedule those. Looking at my schedule, making sure that everything works out with the schedule, but we should be able to do at least 1 or 2 live streams a week is what I'm thinking. So have a wonderful weekend. I know it's back to work tomorrow, but thank you guys for watching it as always. And I will see you guys later on the next live stream. Thank you guys for watching.